What's the story, lads? Welcome back to GAA Fan TV. I hope you're all keeping wonderfully well. My name is Aaron, back again, of course, with the latest GAA news. And finally, we have some good news in the GAA. Finally, we can talk about something positive. And do you know what? This year has been absolutely hasn't it? I mean, it's been absolutely rubbish, man. It's been terrible. I mean, Ireland got beat by Luxembourg. Liverpool, the team I support in soccer, is just absolutely dreadful. Conor McGregor got knocked out. I mean, to be fair, you know, most people kind of wanted to see that anyway, so maybe that was good. But yeah, look, listen, finally the GAA looks set to come back. Fingers crossed that this is it now, that we are coming back and that the government can stick with this decision, because, you know, it was an elite sport, then it wasn't, and now it is an elite sport. There still doesn't seem to be much clarity over what's actually going on, and it does seem very, very confusing. But of course, we're going to get into the article now. Of course, multiple articles that came out. I picked out one from the Irish Examiner, and then we're going to look at some reaction, of course, over on Twitter as well, to see what people thought about this news and what people think about this news kind of moving forward, and obviously give my 2 cents on it as well. Talk about when potentially the National League could potentially start. We could be looking at a start in May, which gets me very excited. I'm not gonna lie, it gets me very, very excited, because, you know, it looked, I was genuinely concerned about 2 weeks ago. I literally thought, you know, there's going to be no championship. There isn't going to be one. The fact that the GAA isn't an elite sport. But look, listen, I still don't know if they're elite or not. It's very confusing. It's very hard to figure all this out. But look, listen, let's get into it anyway, and let's see what the official announcement was and what I have to say about Intercounty GAA returning. So this here is from John Fogarty of the Irish Examiner. As I said before, literally all media publications are talking about this. I could have picked anyone out, but I've just picked this one out. So GAA senior intercounty teams will be allowed to return to collective intercounty training from April 19th. Taoiseach Micheál Martin confirmed that intercounty pre-season can start in earnest from Monday fortnight, followed by underage, under 18 non-contact training across all outdoor sports in pods of no more than 15 on April 26th. Golf and tennis are also set to resume from April 26th, with golf courses expected to be initially open to members who live in the same county or within 20 kilometres of their local course. The government recommendation for GAA's return from April 19th states training for and playing of national governing body sanctioned and organised adult intercounty national Gaelic game leagues, not including other under 20 or minor competitions. The Central Competitions Control Committee will discuss plans for the season after the GAA's COVID-19 advisory group met to recommend an official start date and update return to play protocols. According to former GAA President John Horan last month, the GAA will be able to complete a full 2021 season should games commence in May. That's great to hear, isn't it? That's absolutely brilliant. The April 19th start date for intercounty training is 1 week after club training across all ages and grades can resume in Northern Ireland, with the GAA ensuring a 4-week run to prepare for the season. It means the earliest first competitive games will take place is the weekend of May 15th to 16th. Yeah, look, listen, as I said before, you know, I'm absolutely delighted with this news that intercounty training can resume, and yeah, hopefully now it does mean that we will have games in the middle of May, and exciting stuff. Absolutely brilliant, you know, and I think it means that the league can go ahead as scheduled. I don't know if they're going to make any changes to the league. You know, obviously the way it was supposed to be panned out, you're going to have groups of 4, and then the top 2 are going to play either a promotion game or a league semi-final. If it's Division 1, obviously it's a, you know, league semi-final. If it's Division 2, 3 or 4, it's going to be a promotion game. I don't think there was ever going to be a league final as such between the 2 winners from both groups, and obviously the bottom 2 would battle it out for relegation. It's going to be interesting to see if they still do that, or whether they just go with the straight groups of 4, and then whoever finishes where is decided upon that. So if a team finishes 4th, they get relegated. It's going to be interesting to see how they do that, of course, and obviously with the championship as well. Are they still going to do the qualifiers? I still hope they do. I mean, I presume they still will be able to, but it's going to be interesting to see what they do or what changes they make. I think the most important thing, obviously, that a lot of people will want to know is what's going to be the situation with club football and hurling, because obviously it's going to be over a year before we see club football or hurling played, and it's obviously going to be over a year for a lot of club players to get back training, to get back playing competitive matches. And obviously we want that to resume, and we want it to resume as soon as possible. You know, if I had my way, I would certainly bring back the club championships first, and do things exactly the way we done things last year, because we had something that worked. We done something last year and it worked perfectly. Now obviously, you know, I think one of the reasons why they're quite hesitant to bring the clubs back first is because of the celebrations and everything that kind of took place in the club championship in football and hurling. You know, it did take place, it was a little bit more extravagant than in the Intercounty Championship, because obviously, you know, Dublin and Limerick, the two teams who won their All-Ireland Championships, you know, Limerick won one a couple of years ago, Dublin are quite used to winning one, so there wasn't going to be really massive celebrations as such for that. The only celebrations we did really have at Intercounty were Cavan and Tipperary. And look, as I said before, you can't blame people for celebrating, you can't blame people for getting out, you know, and celebrating with their friends and family, because, you know, when you're locked up for so long and you get a big moment like that comes around, you deserve to go out and celebrate, in my opinion. But I do understand at the same time why people are very critical of that, and at the end of the day it isn't the right thing to do. So okay, so let's get into some tweets and reaction from many GAA journalists, players and fans as well. So I suppose first of all, well, a couple of these tweets are not from fans. I think we'll get through that as we go on, but this is from Just Dylan RN. It says, why does the GAA get so much special treatment? It's absolutely ridiculous. I disagree. I don't think the GAA does get any special treatment at all. I mean, you know, this lockdown is just very odd and very strange, and the government seem to make just very bizarre decisions at times. They seem to change their mind every couple of months and every couple of weeks, and I think the GAA has been the brunt of that more than other sports, in my opinion. I mean, we've seen, obviously the GAA was elite, of course, last year. There's some dogs barking out there. Can you shut up for a second? I'm trying to make a video here, yeah? For fuck's sake. Anyways, yeah, you know, I think the GAA has been just kind of messed around quite a lot. Like, it is very odd the way, you know, it's elite and then it's not elite, and then, do you know what I mean? It does seem to kind of not make sense. And look, listen, I do feel sorry in some ways for golf, for tennis fans. I mean, I've no interest at all whatsoever in those sports. I mean, I'd watch a tennis game if it was on TV, but I certainly wouldn't watch golf and wouldn't have any interest really in playing either of them sports, to be honest. But I can understand why fans of those sports or people who play them sports are frustrated. Look, listen, I'd love to go back to a gym, but they're not open, and that's just how it is. Do you know what I mean? That's just how it goes. And you know, at the end of the day, you can get so stressed out about it. You can tweet out this or tweet out that and go mad and blame the world and blame the GAA. At the end of the day, it's not going to change anything. So it is what it is. And look, listen, when the League of Ireland came back first, it was, you know, quite jealous seeing the League of Ireland come back and matches start and games coming back. But at the end of the day, that's just how it is. And you know, we don't make the decisions, and to be honest, we don't influence any of those decisions really. Like, we can tweet and go mad and give out, but you know, it doesn't make a difference whatsoever, I don't think. This is from Sean Reedy. He says, can we clarify, GAA is not back. Intercounty training will return, which impacts a tiny group of players. This is no different to a rule that was in place before Christmas. It's elite on spot, just like League of Ireland, Six Nations, etc. So yes, golf and tennis are safer. Yeah, look, listen, the GAA is obviously not 100% back yet. Obviously a lot will need to happen. I mean, cases will need to continue to go down, and obviously there needs to be no outbreaks within any inter-county teams, etc, etc. So obviously, yeah, of course the GAA is not back right now. It's not 100% back, but look, listen, this is the most positive news that GAA fans and media and players have had in 2021. Let's be honest. Yeah, you know, let's hopefully hope it is going to come back. And look, listen, I think if everything goes according to plan like it did last year, I think we'll be all right. And look, listen, I know vaccinations at the minute are just a bit of a mess in Ireland, but look, listen, the more people that get vaccinated, the better. Less people can get it, and then, you know, we'll be able to even think about bringing fans back. Don't think that will happen this year, but 2022, I think it's a real possibility. This is from Tony Lean. Intercounty GAA returns training from April 19. Questions for Crow Park. 1, what sort of National League is possible? 2, what's impact on the club championship window? Is remaining minor and under 20 championships from 2020 a goner, or do they remain a priority under age from April 26th games? Yeah, a lot of questions and a lot of answers we will need to get over the next couple of days, and hopefully we will get those answers to those questions. Yeah, what sort of National League is possible? Is it going to be the way that we thought it was going to be when they announced it, obviously in late 2020? The impact on the club championship window, very, very well said there. What's going to happen there? Minor and under 20 championships, from 2020. It's hard to, do you play them? It's an interesting one. That's a hard one. Because if you can play them and guarantee that you'll get 2021 done, then 100% play them. But there's no guarantee, is there? Could you imagine if they come back, play a couple of games, and then we have to go into full lockdown again, and there's still games left over? Like, it's a weird one. So I don't know what they're going to do there. Obviously underage from April 26th. Hopefully they can bring that back as well, without doubt. This is from Graham Welton. He says, GA reporters getting all worked up on Twitter about a return to GA. Loads of fans and players and volunteers might never go back to the sport. Life has moved on for many and have found other things to occupy themselves. As weird as that comment sounds, it's actually very true. I do think there will be a lot of players and, I don't know, volunteers and clubs who might decide, I actually don't want to come back. I actually quite enjoy being away from all that. I think the majority of people will go back, like, let's be honest. And even the people who, say they're going to step away might have that itch to come back at some stage. But yeah, look, listen, it's people's decision at the end of the day, whatever they want to do. But yeah, it will be interesting to see. I was saying before about a lot of the younger players and stuff like that. Like, what kind of those players, like, what will their development be like? Will they still be the players that we thought they were going to be? Players coming up from under 20 and minor and so on. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see what happens. This was a tweet from Shane McGrath, and he says, Intercounty Training, April 19th, start league 4 weeks from this May on May 15th, 16th. Play league over 4 weeks. Have groups of 3, top team to semi. League done by June 13th. Championship starts June 27th. Run off over 7 weeks like last year. All Ireland. Final August 15th. Club start of September. Am I dreaming? Well, I tell you what, Shane. I mean, you're definitely on the right track, and I think if we can get if it can run exactly as you said, man, I think definitely 100%. We'll all be dreaming. We'll all be laughing. We'll all be we'll be having a great time with that. So hopefully that does happen. And hopefully definitely we can get the club championships back by September or so as well. This is from Anne Daly. Lots of angry faces there, and it says, let's have lots more outbreaks. We are Intercounty GA training, too many to list over the year, but don't let the kids back playing golf or tennis though. So angry. Sounds like Joe Brolly. Let the kids play tennis. Let the kids play tennis. It literally sounds like Joe Brolly. I mean, what kind of kids play golf and tennis anyway? Like, let's be honest, Intercounty GA, like soccer, like rugby probably as well. Like, obviously, they're the sports that people play. I'm not saying that people don't play golf or tennis, because they do, but if you were to ask most kids around the country what sports they want to play, I don't think golf or tennis would be at the very top. I really don't. So and in regards to obviously all the outbreaks in Intercounty GA training, I mean, the only one I can think of really is Sligo, Fermanagh, Leitrim. There was a few, but mostly it was ran very, very smoothly. So I think this person's gone a bit crazy, gone a bit mad. And look, listen, a lot of people at the moment are probably trying to blame things and find reasons and to blame this or blame that. It was like when they made the League of Ireland announcement, there was a lot of GA fans who went mad at League of Ireland fans, and League of Ireland fans going back forth, and it's all just, look, listen, once everything comes back, whatever way they do it, happy days. And look, listen, for myself personally, delighted to get the GA back. And yeah, look, listen, hopefully now over the next couple of weeks and month or so, we can start doing some previews for the league and really just kind of delve back into what we were doing in 2020, and hopefully we can get a full league season. We can get obviously we're not going to get a full league season because the groups are split in 4, but we'll get the National League as it is for what the plans were. We'll also of course get the championship and hurling football. The clubs will hopefully get everything, and then we'll be laughing, then we'll be having a great time. And there'll be something to talk about every week, other than boring old soccer, which is definitely just not really working out in 2020. Me and soccer just aren't friends this year, I'm afraid. So yeah, look, listen, I'm going to wrap this up here. Do leave a like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below what you think is going to happen. Of course, it wouldn't surprise me next week if the government reversed this decision, and by the time this video is edited and uploaded, something could have changed. So you just never really know what's going to happen, but we'll have to wait and see how it all pans out. Hopefully, anyway, we do come back. Hopefully, we do have an intercounty football and hurling season. And yeah, look, listen, stay tuned for more videos, more podcasts coming soon. Shane Hogan, a New York senior footballer, on the podcast this week. We have a couple of more others lined up as well, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, very close to 900 subs, so if you could share it out, I would very much appreciate it. And yeah, enjoy your week, and I'll speak to you soon.